Hey guys, it's Rebecca from Mama Bear Custom Wreaths, and welcome to my channel, Mama Bear Custom Wreaths, where I make wreaths and all things home decor, and I show you how I do it all. If you guys have not hit the subscribe button, please do so, and let's get started. So today we're going to be making a patriotic wreath, and we're going to be using our 6-inch deco mesh. We're also going to be using a, can you guys tell? A star wreath base. Now, I love deco mesh from the Dollar Tree because it's cheap and they have such great colors. However, they fray a lot. They're known for fraying. So I am out on a mission to find different ways to use our Dollar Tree deco mesh to reduce fraying. I've come up with the Mama Bear method, and now I have a different method. Let's get started. I don't know how much of the material I'm going to use, so in the description box below, you will find, I will put how much mesh I use and all the material that I use. You'll also find some Amazon links to any of the products that you can get on Amazon. But let's get started. So our 6-inch deco mesh, which has like the world's loudest wrapper, does it not? We are going to cut said deco mesh, and I'm going to use my cutting board here just to make it easier. If you don't have a cutting board, not a bird, so I'm using my cutting board because I'm going to be using a rotary cutter to cut my mat. But if you don't have a rotary cutter or a self-healing mat, don't use this without this though. If you're gonna get this because this will destroy your table or your surface that you are writing on. But anyway, I'm gonna be cutting these 12 inches. So if you don't have the rotary cutter and the cutting mat, just get a ruler and scissors, works just as fine. So we're gonna cut our deco mesh at 6 inches. We're gonna cut it 12 inches. So we're gonna cut 12-inch pieces. And we are going to use nothing but 12-inch, the same measurement for the whole wreath that we're going to make. So I've already gone ahead and cut a few of these. So I'm just gonna cut some more and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so the next thing we're gonna do is get chenille stem. Now, usually I tell you that it does not matter what color your chenille stem is because the way we do our poofs and all that, you can't ever see them. On this wreath, however, it does matter. So I'm using red, white, and blue deco mesh. So I went ahead and got red, white, and blue chenille stems. So for this wreath, it matters. Okay, so we are gonna take our chenille stem that matches the color of our deco mesh. We're gonna fold it in half and make a V. V. And I'm teaching letters to my 2-year-old. My 3-year-old knows them. So everything is, that's a V, that's an A. Anyway, I digress. So we're gonna cut our deco mesh, our chenille stem in half. Now that we have the half, we will fold the half and make a V again. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple of those. Just make a V. That way we're saving our chenille stems. We're getting 2 uses out of each chenille stem. And these really are gonna be cut off, the ends, the tails are gonna be cut off when we're done. So there's no need to use the whole piece. Now, if it's hard for you to grasp the smaller V's, then just leave it long. Whatever works for you. So we have our V's. Now we're gonna take our deco mesh. Remember, we cut these at 12 inches. So this is a foot long. We are going to join our mesh together, and it's going to overlap about an inch, inch and a half. It's going to overlap. You really can't tell. But what I did was can you guys see it better like this? I just overlapped it like that, okay? So it's about an inch or 2 of overlap, and then I'm gonna flatten it on my table. just flatten it. I'm gonna turn it, so now it's vertical. And then I'm gonna roll the tip in. This is what I try to do differently, is try to roll the tip in. In this method, I do this part differently. I roll the tip just in the middle in, okay? And then I'm going to walk in the other side towards me, and again, roll that tip in, and then I'm gonna pinch it. And I have this like little bow butterfly. I'm gonna take my chenille stem, I'm going to put it here in the middle, and then I am going to tighten it. And then I have, this is what it looks like from the top, this is from the side, and I have my little chenille stem legs at the bottom. So this is what it's gonna look like at the top, and this is what it looks like. I'm gonna do that one more time with you. I'm gonna get my 12-inch piece of 6-inch deco mesh. I'm also going to clear off this. I'm gonna get my 12-inch piece of deco mesh. I'm going to overlap the ends with each other. Now, the reason why we're overlapping the ends is because the fraying that takes place with deco mesh is where you cut it. So wherever you cut your mesh, which is going to be the left side and the right side of each piece, that's where the fraying happens. That's the culprit. Your scissors are the culprit. So by overlapping the ends, both ends, over each other, and then when the way we fold it, the ends never get a chance to fray. And if they do fray, you can't tell because they're inside of our little bow. So this will prevent the fraying because the edges where we cut are not being exposed. So we're gonna flatten that. We're gonna turn it sideways. We're going to curl in the center part, and then we're going to walk in the other side towards ourselves, roll it in again, and then pinch it. And we have this cute little bow. And then we're gonna take our chenille stem in the middle, and then we're gonna tighten it. So that's what the top of the bow looks like, and that's what the bottom. So I'm going to do the whole roll. Okay, so I'm gonna finish cutting this up and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've cut everything, rolled everything, and I have them in all the different colors. Here's blue, white, and you've seen the red ones. And we have our star wreath base. Now, I know it's hard to tell because of how dark my hair is and how dark everything behind me is, but I try to center it on me. We have 3 bars on this star. 1, 2, 3. Only 3. We're only going to be using the middle run, okay? So just use the middle one. Now, you know what our flag looked like. It's blue, red, and white stripes. So for the blue section, I'm gonna start on this side, this star, what would you call this? The star leg, I guess. And we are going to take our mesh bow with our 2 little legs, and our 2 little legs are going to wrap around the middle wire. And then we're gonna tie that, secure that. It's not gonna be reopened again to the back of our wreath frame, okay? And then we're gonna kind of push that aside, and we're gonna get the next blue one. We're gonna wrap the chenille stem legs around each side of our middle wreath, of our middle bar, excuse me. And we're going to turn that around and just twist it, secure it, okay? And then push it next to the next piece. And we're going to keep doing that all the way across our bar until we get to the end, okay? Right now, I don't know how many little bows that will be, so I will let you know as soon as I come back. So I'm gonna keep doing this and I'll bring you back. Okay, so this is a half of our star, and look how full that is. So this is 10 poofs on this side. Now I'm imagining it's gonna be less on this side just because this is gonna overcrowd that space. So I will let you know. But now I'm gonna start putting them on this bar, this next bar over. So let's start. I have this piece and it's gonna be the same exact method. We're just gonna tie it to our center, bar. Put that one there. Let's put our next one in. So we're going the 2 chenille stems around our bar. And wrap our chenille stems around that bar. Gonna have to scooch over our mesh. It's getting crowded. And we're just gonna keep doing that until we don't have any room left to do it. So far I have 3 pieces on this side. And it is already kind of full. All right, guys, so this is what we have. So this edge over here, if you see, let me see if you can see it on my forehead. Right on my forehead. You see how the middle bar here and then the top bar here. So we're now going to put, I'm getting cross-eyed, guys. We're now gonna put our little bows on this bar for this one, okay? So what do I mean? I put the side, I'm gonna push those down for a sec, and I'm going to put my chenille stem around that bar that goes to the edge, so the opposite direction. And I'm going to tie it there. So basically we were tying, let me see, we were tying on these, right? Well, now we're gonna tie it on this one that goes to the vertex here, to the top part, to this one. That's where we're gonna tie them now. So now we're gonna go this way. Okay, so I just put one there. Now we're going to push that one down a little bit, and we are going to tie that. And then push that down. And do that again. Now, this bar bends or curves when it gets to the tip of the star leg, it curves down. So this one will curve down a bit, just so you know. And keep pushing it in. And we're doing it this way because if we just kept it on the side ones, it wouldn't give you that corner of a star. It would just look like, it wouldn't look like a star leg. I don't know what it would look like, but it won't look like a star leg. Okay, now I think we're almost done to the edge. So now what we're gonna do is turn it this way. And we're gonna tie this one, this last one, vertically versus the other ones are horizontally, and tie it to the very tip. And then it actually looks like a star leg or like a pizza slice. It's bigger here, and then it's smaller here at the edge. Okay, so we're also gonna do our blue up this bar. So let's start putting on that bar. And of course, the fuller the wreath gets, our star gets, the less mesh you're going to need because it's just full. So just eyeball it and see how many you need to fill it up. It's just gonna be less and less each time. And we're gonna tie that. Can y'all hear that thunder? Ooh, it's supposed to storm tonight. Hopefully the power doesn't go out, because it'd be very hard to see what I'm doing without any light. I may have to pause the video. Okay, so this side is now taking shape. Okay, so we finished this side. Now we just did this side. We're not gonna go all the way to the top or this tip on this side. So that's gonna be our blue. We are now gonna start with our white. So we are going to take our chenille stem and put it around our bar. Again, the same thing we've been doing. And we're gonna do that on our bar right next to that blue. That's why we didn't go all the way to the top, because we want to leave room for the white. And this is going to get a little tricky because we have all of these little chenille stems sticking out. You could already, you see that? It looks like, I don't know, it looks really gross, like the stuff in the ocean. So you could cut them now if you wanted to make it easier on you, or if you want to wait to the end. That's what the white looks like so far. Now I'm going to take a white little bow here, and that, remember that little line, the vertex, the point, the tip of our star leg? I'm going to put that one there, and I'm going to turn it sideways. Okay, so this is our white first stripe. Now we're gonna go to this bar here, and we're gonna put our red. So it's the same exact procedure. We're gonna put our red, tie it to that middle bar. So I'm definitely using more than one roll of each color. So I'm probably gonna end up using, I don't know, maybe 2 rolls of each color, but I'll let you know. I'll keep that part mysterious. How's that? And we're just gonna put our red stripes and just keep doing that all the way to the end. This is basically, we're not doing anything different. We're just altering the colors. So we will do our little deco mesh bows on each of the middle bars, alternating between red and white. Now the blue is just going to be the blue part of the flag. We all know what the American flag looks like. So now we're just working on the stripe part of it. And once we get to the end, whatever color we're doing, that's the color that we're going to add one poof here at the end. But see how it's, oops, how it's already turning out? Isn't that cute? Okay, so we're gonna keep doing that, and we're just gonna alternate all the way until the end. I'm not gonna do anything different than I've already shown you at all on this wreath as far as the little bows that we have. Okay, we're just gonna do white, red, white, red, white, red, white. Okay, so when I'm done with all of this, I will come back with the completed project. Remember to always, like I showed you before, on this corner here, always put your color so that you can see a defined end to it, so that it doesn't just look like blocks, so that it actually looks like a star. All right, guys, I'll see you when I'm done. All right, so after all that, all of those little bows, this is what we have. Isn't this so cute? I love this. This is so pretty, but we're not done. So let's go ahead and put stars on the blue section of our American flag star. So I have these little stars, and I think they're from the Dollar Tree. In fact, I think this whole wreath is from the Dollar Tree. So, but you can get these stars anywhere, these little foam glittery stars. So we are just going to just place them on our wreath. We're just gonna glue them on. Okay, so whenever you guys use foam, I would always tell you to use your glue gun on the low temperature setting, because some foam will melt whenever you put hot glue, the high temp, on it, and it will just make a hole. So I like to use low temp. Okay, so we are going to put our star where we want it. We're gonna wiggle it just a little bit. Just wiggle it, and it helps bond the mesh because it melts the mesh a little bit more, and it bonds it to your styrofoam, so it's stuck on there. It will be not just glue on top of something, but it'll actually chemically bond. All you scientists on there can comment what bond that is, an ionic bond. What was it? I forgot what bond gives, so what ion gives and which one receives. Anyway, I digress. But that's what the first star looks like. Isn't that cute? Okay, so we'll just keep adding stars to our wreath. And you may want to stand up for this if you're sitting down, so that you can kind of see it from a bird's eye view where you're putting your stars. And make sure you don't get your fingers, glue on your fingers. You will lose a fingerprint. So we're just gonna place the stars wherever on here. I'm not gonna be picky as far as trying to keep them in line like the actual flag, but just put them wherever. Looks cute. I'm really liking this wreath. And like I said, the materials are from the Dollar Tree. So we glued our stars in. And look how adorable this came out. I love, 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 love it. It It's super cute. It is a time-consuming wreath. I will warn you. I went off camera to complete this, so it took a while. Also, I did not show you. I did not take them off yet, but this is what the back looks like. And what you can do is take your cutters and just cut them. That's it. Just cut them. And because we did it on the inner wire, the middle wire, this will never touch the door or the window or wherever you place this wreath at, because it is in the middle. So there is nothing to scratch. As long as you cut these off, there is nothing to scratch your clients or your own door. Or you can leave it there if it's your own door. They just roll them in. All right, guys. So this is our Patriotic Star Summer wreath. I love it. It is so cute, so fun. It was really fun to make. It took a little longer than most wreaths. So if you are making these to sell in your own shops or, you know, in your area, I would charge a little bit more than just the material. Which you should be doing anyway, but I would charge a little bit more because this is a time-consuming wreath. It takes a while to make those bows and to actually tie them on. But the end product is gorgeous. I love it. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, please leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching me from. I am in Texas. So let me know what country you are. I've been getting people from out of the United States, which is really cool. So hit the subscribe button and follow me on all my social media. I am on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, pretty much everywhere. And I am going to be doing possibly some lives there. I did make a live before I came on here, just cutting the material, showing how to make the material, and just warning everyone that I was going to make a tutorial here on YouTube. But if you're not on my social media, hop on over there. I think I'm going to be making some contests to actually win some of the wreaths that I make on my tutorials. I had the idea earlier on the live, so once I think that through, I'll be announcing it here and on my Facebook, Instagram channels. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you on the next tutorial. Bye.